Hi guys. Give me just a second. It says I am streaming on YouTube. It had an error starting on Facebook. So I think I'm live on YouTube. So we'll just have to go live with YouTube for today. Let me pull up my comments here. All right. Let me try to figure out how to get that to go away. There we go. All right, hello, good evening. Today is Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. I am coming to you live from Hudson, Wisconsin today for the Trucking Along Stamp a Stack card class. So I'll show you briefly here the cards that we're going to make tonight. We're going to make 3 cards. And hi, Nora. We're going to make 3 cards tonight. And when you buy the Stamp a Stack card kit from me, you get enough supplies to make 9 cards. So 3 of each card and with extras left over. So I just make 1 of each card live with you, and then you get to make the others at home. So I will show you the stamps that we're using. We're using Trucking Along from the Trucking Along online exclusive with the punch, the truck punch, and we'll get going on those 3 cards. So before we start on the cards, I wanted to show you a little bit the class for next week and then what I was working on for January. So let me turn on my overhead camera here, and there we go. Okay, put me here. Okay, so before I show you the cards we're making today, so here's where we're at today. Trucking Along Stamp a Stack. You make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. The class card packet includes lots of DSP, a roll of ribbon, 1 pack of embellishments and envelopes, and it's for $49. Okay, here we're on. Next week we have the Fun Fold class, and the Fun Fold class for November is holiday tags. So I'll show you quick what we're making. We're going to make 5 tags in that class. Here's one, and yes, the ribbon fell off, but it has ribbon. So your kit will have ribbon in it. That's one. Here is tag number 2 for next week. So I have class every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. So you'll always find me here. And class is always free to watch. And then if you want card kits, I sell card kits. So everything is on my website. You can go to browndogcraftcompany.com. You can download a copy of my schedule for both the remainder of 2023 and 2024 is already out. And it gives you details on how to get a class from me. So I think this one's my favorite, but I also like the gingerbread man. He's cute too. So that'll be for next week. And then that finishes up November already. So I can't believe it's Thanksgiving week. Okay, I wanted to show you quickly. So January, normally I have 4 classes a month, but January has 5 Tuesdays. So in January, we get a bonus class, and the bonus class is using a suite from the new mini catalog. So the current mini catalog is still going on. It's through January 3rd, and then the new mini catalog starts January 4th for spring. So a lot of people call the one that's right now the holiday catalog, and then the spring catalog, even though that's not what they're technically called. But so we're going to do a Be My Valentine class. It's going to be the 5th January of the month, and you can get the card kits free with a $50 order in my online store using the current host code, or you can send $25 without an order. So it does use Be My Valentine. If you don't want to purchase that set, you don't have to. You could also use Berry Cute. Sorry, my camera will focus. Berry Cute, Little Monkey, which are current, and then Penguin Place and Sweet Songbirds, which were both, I think Sweet Songbirds is current too, but Penguin Place was last year. So those are sets with punches that you could use. So the class has 2 mini slimlines. This will have an inside, I just haven't made it yet, I guess. So It'll have, this is the ribbon and the paper, and then the stamps and the punch from the new, from the suite, which will be available for purchase December 5th if you are a demonstrator or sign up to be a demonstrator. Otherwise, January 4th for the general public. All right, here's card number 2. So more DSP, some really cute stamps. Cute stamped bee. Here's card number 3. So this uses some more pattern paper. And then this is the 4th card. So the first card was a mini slimline. This one's a slimline. So cute bees. This one's kind of angry. Like Angry Bird, but angry bees instead. Okay, so those are the 4 cards for that class. I know that's the end of January, and I don't have the beginning 4 classes of January design yet, but I had that set from a demonstrator event, so I thought I might as well get going and make cards for that class. So the first class that's in January is going to be my bundle card class. So what that class is it always features a bundle. So either a stamp and a die set or a stamp and a punch, just a bundle of some sort. So that class will be January 2nd. And again, this is all on my schedule. You can find it on my website. You can download a copy for yourself. But that's going to use the Simply Sparkling stamps and dies. So these are an online exclusive. You can buy these right now. They're in the online store right now. So if you want this class and you buy this for $50 using the current host code, you can qualify for the card kits for free. So, and the card kits contain everything that you need, all the cardstock, all the designer series paper, all the embellishments, everything that you would need to make the cards, except the stamp and die set. So you need your own stamps and your own dies. So what to do if you don't have this set, you could also use Brewed for You, Warmest Heart, So Refreshing, or Nothing's Better Than. So those would also be good substitutions if you don't have or you don't want to get this set. So this set is really adorable. I love it. It's photopolymer. I've made 1 card for the class so far, and this is it. Isn't that cute? So little strawberries, and I used some designer series paper from Delightfully Eclectic with some strawberries on it. And then this is all cut out from the die, so some foil, silver specialty foil paper and some strawberries. So bubble bath, and what is this? Calypso coral and garden green. So that's card 1. There'll be 4 cards in that class. So, all right. Let me move this stuff aside, and then I'll show you what we're making tonight. So give me 1 second. All right, and Milo's here. He's being a good boy. He's laying down under my desk. So, okay, for today, we're using Trucking Along. So here are the stamps, and it comes with a punch. So they're photopolymer. You get a ton of stamps in here, just tons. And the truck punch, which cuts out lots of different pieces for the truck. So a lot of options when you're stamping your truck, if you want to punch out the wheels and put those on separately, and the window and all of that. You can make lots of layers on your truck, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Okay, so the 3 cards we're making today. Here's 1, here's 2, and then here's the 3rd. And this one I think is my favorite. It's a fun scene card, so it opens this way. Okay. And what do you get when you buy a Stamp-A-Stack? So you get enough product to make 9 cards, 3 of each, and you'll have extra product left over. So this is what your kit looks like when you get a Stamp-A-Stack kit. Okay, so everything is pre-cut for you, included in there. You can see your full roll of ribbon, your full pack of embellishment. Normally a stack of stamp will use the same embellishment and the same ribbon throughout. I didn't do that this time, so I still give you a full roll of ribbon, and then I give you the bits and pieces that you need that are different for each card. So, all right. So I do still have card kits available if you're interested in the class. They're $49. I ship them out. So the $49 includes shipping and everything. So shipping's about $9. So you get, all of this stuff for $40, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. You can find my contact information on my website. It's hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. And I'd be happy to get you situated with a kit. So, all right, let me zoom in and let's get started, Shall we? All right, let's see. Which card should we make first? Let's start with this card, the present card. I'm not sure why I didn't go live on Facebook. I don't know. I just started streaming live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and the first time I didn't get comments, like my comments didn't come through. And then the second and third time I think it worked, and now it's not. So I don't know why. I'll have to figure it out. But okay, so let's pull out this card kit. Your card kits will not be in a bin. Yours will be organized nicely, but mine are in a bin. So, all right. So what do you get in this card kit? You're going to get a piece of real red. This is die cut from the... Can you hear Milo? He's like, yeah, good boy. Yeah, good boy. He's making his bed over there. Good boy, Milo. Good boy, baby. If you stick around till the end, I'll get him to come up here and say hello with some treats. So, good boy, Milo. Good boy. So, this is die cut from the Timeless Arrangements dies. You'll get a top folding garden green card base, which you'll want to reinforce your score here. Ooh, almost lost that on the ground. You're gonna get this is like the foil specialty designer paper, and yours is a little bit bigger than what it needs to be for the card. So you're gonna want to pull this piece out, and it should be 4 inches wide. Okay, so it'll be 4 inches wide. It's already cut to 4 inches, but it's gonna be longer than what you need. So it's probably gonna be 6 inches. So you're going to cut it to 5 1/4. So you want it to be 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. So you could pull out your trimmer and die cut all of those, or cut all of those down to size. So you'll want to do that for 3 of your cards. Then you'll have a piece of real red. That's going to measure 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then you'll have, good evening, Marshalon. And then you'll have a piece for your inside. This is the inside mat. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So that is, and then you'll have three card kits, 3 supplies to make 3 of these cards. So we'll just make 1 live. And then, and then you're going to have garden green ribbon. Now, good evening, Mary Schreiber from Southwest Minnesota. Welcome. Mary, I'm curious where. I'm from Minnesota, so I'm curious where you're from in Minnesota. I'm in Hudson, Wisconsin now, but originally from Minnesota, and I lived there till I was 22. So, okay, so this is your garden green ribbon for this class. You're going to get a bow and enough to wrap around your little gift. So we're going to make this into a gift. I gave all of my ribbon to you guys for your card kits. So I'm working with what's left over, which is like 8 inches. So I'm going to see if I can wrap my present and make a bow with 8 inches that I have left. Otherwise, I'll use a different ribbon. So It's from the annual catalog and it is in stock, so I'll just have to order some more. Okay, so let's do our stamping. Oh, and then in your card kit, you're gonna get a truck punch. So I punched out the truck in white for you. So it's totally up to you. If you didn't have this punch, you could just use the stamp set and stamp onto the truck punch that I included for you. So I'm not going to do that. And you don't need to either if you don't want to. If it's easier for you to stamp first and then punch out your truck, feel free to do that. Totally up to you. So I am going to get a scrap piece of paper and stamp my truck onto my scrap. Let's see. Is that wide enough? I think so. Okay, so this truck, the outside is separate from the inside here. So we have the outline and the inside. So I like to stamp the inside first and then line up the outside. So, oh, and then we have our tires. So one thing to note on this set, hold on, let me find a block for this. I'm trying to think what size block I should put it on. This little one, maybe? One thing to note on this is there's not a lot of space here for the window of the truck. So when you ink this up, when you press it down, you're most likely going to stamp your window of your truck in whatever color your truck is. That's okay. I took a white gel pen and covered up when I stamped my truck red, the window stamped red too. So I just took a white gel pen and covered it up. So we'll see if that happens again this time. Okay, so the inside of the truck, like the more solid image, is going to be real red. So I'm gonna pull that out. Ink that up right there. Okay, and look at that. No ink got inside the window there. Yay! I'll take that. Okay, and then the outside of the truck and like the little detail features are in Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so Mary says she's from Taunton, 15 miles west of Marshall. I lived just outside of St. Paul. So, it's not little, but just in a suburb of St. Paul called Maplewood. So if you've ever been up toward St. Paul, you probably drove through Maplewood without knowing that you were in Maplewood. I have never been to Taunton, and I've never heard of it either. I've heard of Marshall. Marshall, for sure. That's funny. Yeah, I've lived in Wisconsin for it'll be 13 years. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, so there's our cute truck. We need to do the tires though. So a couple of options for the tires. If your Memento is super juicy, you can use your black Memento for the tires. Mine is not super juicy, and when I'm stamping in detail, I sometimes like to use a pigment ink. So I'm going to use my Versamark because it stamps, it just stamps detail black really well, like sentiments and stuff like that, and tires. So it just takes a while to dry because it's a pigment ink. So you just got to be careful. But if you ever stamp with your Memento and you don't think you get good enough coverage, you can always use a black gel pen and kind of color in like, here's like this black gel pen. Okay, so it's just a black gel pen. So if you feel like your Memento didn't color in the tires good enough, you could color them in with this. So lots of options. Okay, so there's my truck. And we also need a Christmas tree. Now we do have to fussy cut the Christmas tree, unfortunately. So let's pull out our garden green, and it's a two layer, like a 2-step stamping. So there's a detail layer. So this is the detail layer. We'll stamp this in full strength. Okay, and then we'll stamp the inside of the tree using 2nd strength. So let me clean that off. Okay. Put that back. And then here's the more solid looking one. That's the solid part of the tree. So I'm going to stamp that in 2nd strength here, which just means I ink it up good, stamp it off once, and since they're photopolymer, they're pretty easy to line up. There's our tree. And then we'll fussy cut the tree. Okay, and then let's finish our stamping since we started here. Our inside gets Wishing You a Festive Christmas in Garden Green. So that is shake the glue bottle. So we'll see if I have to if I have to shake it a lot today or not. Okay, so and then we can glue this to the card base also. So let's line this up. You'll just have an eighth inch margin. Okay. And that liquid glue gives you just a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, and then let's get the inside glued in. All right. Okay. All right, and then let's glue this down. Now it does have a direction, so make sure you glue it with your Christmas trees, you know, facing the right way. Otherwise, you might not be happy that your Christmas trees are upside down. Okay. So I feel like we're starting with the easiest card and working our way to my favorite card, which is the scene card. I love it. I love the scene card. Okay. So now we need to punch out our truck and fussy cut our little tree. It wasn't very hard to fussy cut. I did leave a little bit extra white. Let me zoom in. I did leave a little bit extra white on the bottom just because I thought it might be easier to glue it to the truck bed. So I sort of did that, and that was as far down as I went on the bottom. And then you wouldn't need to fussy cut around each like little one of these. I'm gonna try. I'll be honest with you, I hate fussy cutting. It is not my thing. I feel like you either really enjoy it or you don't. Like there's not really an in-between. Like people either seem to really not mind fussy cutting, and I think that's because they're good at it. I'm not good at fussy cutting, but I'll give it a go. And something that's easy like a Christmas tree I can do. Some people do like sentiments. Like they'll die cut or they'll fussy cut around a really intricate sentiment and it looks great. I've tried and it looks like a kid did it. So, you know, which is fine, but I don't really want my Christmas cards or whatever card I have to look like a kid did it. So, yeah, you know, because a kid didn't do it. If a kid did it, then great. Then I'm sure it would look great, but yeah, just not my cup of tea, which is okay. We're all good at different things, right? There, that's not so hard. I can handle that fussy cutting. I might complain about it, but I can handle it. All right, so you would do that, you know, three times for your three cards. And then we got to punch out our truck. So we're not going to use these other pieces in the truck punched, but you could. Okay, so that's like the little window, and that's a wheel, and that's like the top of the truck. We are just using the stamped truck, and we'll punch them out with the main truck image here. Okay. Ooh, pieces go flying every time. Okay, so there's our truck. Let's glue our little tree behind the truck bed. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue right here, whatever glue of your choice is, and I'm going to set my truck on top of it. Just give it a second. I'll press it down and give it a second to adhere. Milo's totally full on sleeping now. His floppy ear is like hanging over the edge of the bed. Yeah, he's cute. All right, and then our truck is gonna get popped up. So look, I have a full new sheet of dimensionals. I mean, I used 2, but the rest of it is new. So it's Thanksgiving week here in the US, and I feel like the weather is spot on, like how it's supposed to be for this time of year, which is kind of like, it could snow, right? Like it's cold enough it could snow, but it doesn't quite snow. Like that's how it seems to be for Thanksgiving. Every year where I'm from anyway. And I'm going to make a tear and tape sandwich here. So we are going to flip our cardstock over and add a piece of tear and tape to the top and the bottom of the left side. And then we're going to have 2 pieces waiting. So I just grabbed 2 little pieces and put them on my hand. And you peel the backers off your tear and tape here. And then you take your ribbon and we're going to hold it on the front where we want it to be. I'm going to try to use as little as possible since I'm going to try to tie a bow with what I have left. Okay, so once you have your ribbon where you like it, you flip it over and you make a sandwich by adding your tear and tape that you had waiting right on top of it. Okay, so that holds our tear and tape in place. Let me see if I can make a bow with this teeny little piece of ribbon. I think I'll have to make a small bow if I'm gonna make one. All right, wish me luck. Oh boy, that's tight. I think I can do it. It'll just be real little. Little baby ears and little baby tails. There we go. Yeah, so it's I was talking to someone where it's warm where they live all the time, and I was like, how is it? Like, doesn't it feel weird that Thanksgiving is warm and Christmas you don't have snow? And they're like, no, don't you think it's weird that Christmas has snow? So I guess it's whatever you're used to, right? Like, yeah. So to me, Christmas has snow. And Thanksgiving is cold, but that's because I live where it does both of those things. It gets cold and it snows, so so that's why it's normal to me. Okay, let's put our present down. So I added foam dimensionals here to the back of the present, and I added them to the back of the truck too. So I'm going to add this a little higher than center, like top to bottom, and off to the left a bit. And then we're going to add the truck right below that, off to the right. Special delivery. Right there. And then we need to add our bow on our present. So I am running, look at, I have like maybe 2 glue dots left on here if I'm lucky. I keep expecting it to be the last glue dot when I grab one. It's my shipment of glue dots are on their way, but they're not here yet. And I'm a little scared I'm gonna run out. Because like when you need a glue dot, you need a glue dot. You don't want to use liquid glue. You want to use a glue dot, right? Okay, and then that's gonna go right here. Trim my tails some. You should use ribbon scissors to trim your tails. Like you should have a pair of scissors that are only for ribbon. I'm naughty and using my regular scissors because I think I threw my ribbon scissors away on accident. It was like I put my ribbon scissors where I think, so I had ribbon scraps and my ribbon scissors, and I think I put the ribbon scissors in the garbage and the scraps, the ribbon scraps where the scissors go. So, and then I took the garbage out, and yeah, I wasn't going to dig through it. So it was already in the garbage bin and everything. So I guess I sacrificed my ribbon scissors. So, oh well. It is what it is. Okay, now I need embellishments. So I used iridescent pearls, and you'll have these in each of your kits. You'll have 3 total. So usually a big and 2 small, but sometimes any combination of that. So I'm going to add 2 up here, a big and a small, and I'm going to add a small down here. All right, and that's card number 1. Okay, so you'll make 3 of these. Isn't it cute? Focus, camera, focus. Super cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let me clean some of these stamps off. And then we'll do the next card. And the next card we're gonna do, you can look at it here. This one. So that uses the gingham paper, the Glorious Gingham. And it uses, that's from the annual catalog. It's a 6x6 paper in a whole bunch of different colors. And it uses, this is a trio, a ribbon trio. I'll show it to you because I have it. I pulled out the whole pack, but it's a ribbon trio, and I believe the colors are Lemon Lolly, Azure Afternoon, which is what we use for the card, and Bubble Bath, which I don't, yeah, I've used the Bubble Bath for something. Maybe I used it on a future card. I don't remember what I used the Bubble Bath for. Something. All right, so only 1 card in here is Christmas, because I wanted to use the other sentiments that are not Christmas, because they have some really cute sentiments in this set. Okay. All right, those are all clean. And now for this one, we need, we're going to need Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry for the truck, and then Azure Afternoon, and that should be Pebbled Path, and then your black. So I don't think I'm going to get another truck on here. Let me get another scrap. A lot of scraps in here. Here's one. This is from whenever I cut paper for card kits. I get all these like random long skinny strips of paper. So I try to find a use for them and not just throw them away or whatever. So, all right, let's stamp our truck. So let's stamp the inside of the, oh, sorry, that was loud. Let's stamp the inside of the truck first. So that is Daffodil Delight. So we'll ink that up here. And again, we're not going to worry if we stamp the window. See, I stamped the window. That's okay. We're gonna clean it. We'll clean it up with a white gel pen. So I'll just let the ink dry for a second here, and then we'll go clean that up. And then the outside of the truck is in crushed curry, or the detail pieces. Okay, cute. And then I'm gonna get my white gel pen right here. It's just any white gel pen works. And I'm gonna go over the window here of the truck. Okay, and that makes it white. Works for me. Okay, and then let's do the wheels in your black ink. It's like the wheels and the running board, or, oh no, the running board doesn't have, that's just a center thing. Never mind. Just the wheels. Okay, cute little truck. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. So you'll have a truck punch in your set. If you want to stamp right on your truck punch, go for it. It's super easy to line up because they are photopolymer. But just in case you didn't want to stamp that way, you don't need to. All right, so what do you get in these kits? You are going to get a Daffodil Delight card base. Oops, mine got squished. Daffodil Delight card base. I keep mine in a bin, so it got a little squished. And this is a regular top folding card base. You'll always want to reinforce your score lines. And all I did was cut off 2.5 inches from the bottom here. So 2.5 inches is cut off. Okay, so it's sort of a fun fold. I mean, not really. It's not really a fun fold. It's just a partial card. I don't know exactly how you would, I guess I don't know what you'd call this. Okay, then you're gonna get a large daffodil circle and a small white, a smaller white circle. And these are with stylish shapes. And then you're gonna get a white strip for your sentiment. And you'll get a white mat and your Glorious Gingham paper. So you can decide if you want this side up or this side up. I don't know what to do. I did the other side. I did this side on my sample. I wonder if I should do this side just to make it different. Should we do that? I think we should. All right, let's stamp though first. So we already stamped the truck. We can stamp our sentiment. So let me pull out my... Let's do, in Azure Afternoon, we stamped Sending You Sunny Thoughts. So okay. All right, that's it for stamping. We can assemble. Okay. So let's put foam on this one. And let's punch this one. Okay, so I've got the Pick a Banner punch, and I'm gonna do this flag here. So I'm gonna flip over the punch. Oh, that's not the right flag. There we go. Line it up in there. Maybe a little bit more. And punch. And then you get that fun flag. So do you need the punch to do this? Absolutely not. You can punch, or you can use your scissors and make a banner. I'm just no good at making the banner with my scissors. It's always crooked. So this is a super handy tool for me when I am making banners. I definitely love it. And there's a couple of other punches you could use for sentiments. There's like Lovely Labels Pick a Punch that was from last year, or retired last year. I feel like there's another one too. So if you don't have the one that's in the current catalog, maybe you have one that's retired that you could use. So speaking of retiring, there are a lot of things in the mini catalog that are retiring. So those items, it's called the last chance sale, and those items are usually discounted. So if you check out my online store, you'll be able to see which items those are and which items are going to stay in the catalog or come back next year. So if there's something that you've had your eye on for a while in the current mini catalog, I would suggest picking it up sooner rather than later, because those items that are being discontinued, once they're gone forever. So if you have your eye on something, I would recommend picking it up sooner rather than later. And the new mini catalog for springtime is amazing. I'm so excited for everyone to see it. I can't wait. Okay, let's add glue. We're gonna glue, glue, and glue. And I'm gonna use the other side of this from what I did on my sample. Okay, so glue here, glue here, and glue here. So this one's gonna go on our white. Right, that's so cute. I made cards from a card kit with this Gloria Skegnam paper. Oh, I feel like it was in August with Playing in the Rain, which is that super cute like bunny turtle stamp set. There's a bunny and a turtle and something else I'm not remembering in that stamp set. And yeah, I made cards with that. So I'm going to have a class using that set, I think in April, more towards springtime, because it's Playing in the Rain and all about rain. And here it's probably done raining. I think now if there's any precipitation here, it's going to be snow. So I feel like I should save that card for April when it snows again here in Wisconsin. Or I mean when it rains, when it's done snowing, which means winter will be done already for the year. So I like winter. I like snow all the way through Christmas, and then, you know, a little bit into January. Like when it snows a lot, it's really pretty as long as you have nowhere to go. It's really pretty and totally like enjoyable. Like when you can enjoy the snow, it's great. I love it. You know, I don't like the 20, 30 below stuff that we get here, but I do like the snow. Okay, and then this will go here. And then this, we're going to glue on here, but only halfway. Okay, so we only want this halfway. So I'm going to put glue halfway and up. And my circle has a funny score line in it. Yours will not. I cut mine from an old card base, so yours won't have a funny score line in it. And then let's add our truck. And sending sunny thoughts your way. And then we're almost done. We just have to do the bow. So I did not tie myself a bow, but your card kit will have a bow. In Azure Afternoon. And it's like this really pretty sheer ribbon. So this is the 3-pack. Okay, it's called Sheer Ribbon Combo Pack. So it's Azure Afternoon, Lemon Lolly, and Bubble Bath in the annual catalog. So I'm just gonna leave mine in there and make my bow here. See if I can get enough out. Come on. Come on. So my kids don't have school. I can hear them upstairs. I think they're getting snacks. It's 8:52 p.m. here, so I think they're getting snacks. I don't know what kind of snacks, but snacks. I can hear them opening and closing the pantry door. I don't know what kind of snacks they need. We had Subway for dinner and they got cookies, so apparently they're still hungry. Okay, oh, I still have another glue dot on there. So we're going to add our bow right here in the center of the white circle here, left to right, and we'll add our bow with a glue dot. I wonder which way my tails go. Oh, I think they go that way. That looks better. Give it a good press. And then our pearls. Okay, so again, you'll have 3 pearls. I'm gonna do a big one here, and then I'm gonna do, oops, I need more putty. I'm gonna do a smaller one here, and a smaller one, oops, smaller one there. There, card number 2. Yay! So you'll have 3 of these to make. Okay? All right. Really fun. Really cute. Okay, card number 2. Oh, you'll have to tell me, which one do you like better? Do you like it better with this side of the blue paper up or this side? This one seemed more like a picnic table to me, like a picnic blanket. But I'm liking this one. This one's really cute. It's more Christmassy, right? I don't know. You tell me which one you like better. All right, I'm going to clean stamps, and then we're going to go on to this one, which is my favorite. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to making this card for like 2 months, or whenever I design this card. I've been looking forward to making it for class for that long. So let's see, what am I doing? Cleaning stamps. So if you're interested in signing up to be notified, like when I have new classes and new card kits and all of that available, you can go to my website and just put in your email, and then you'll automatically be notified. And if you want card kits, I'm happy to send you card kits. Black and vanilla would also go if you only have the black and vanilla. It's just I used white for the card base, not vanilla, but I think it's close enough that it would be just fine. So you could also use the pretty blue Azure Afternoon ribbon that we used on the last card. You could use that on this one too. So, okay, so back to stamping. Azure Afternoon truck and, I'll pull my mat. And Azure Afternoon for our sentiment. And our sentiment on this one is, it's not in the stamp set. I did a Harvest of Blessings. Where did I take that from? I bet that is from the pumpkin. The pumpkin Pick-a-Patch. Let me look. Sure is. Pick of the Patch. A Harvest of Blessings. So any sentiment you have would work. Any lawn skinny sentiment. Okay. So a Harvest of Blessings. And that is Azure Afternoon onto Azure Afternoon. So it's like a tone on tone. And then this one, I used the Pick-a-Banner punch, but I used the opposite side. So you definitely don't need a scissors to do this. It's pretty easy to banner this one. So I'm going to use this one here instead. So that is this one. And I like to turn my paper like this so I can see what I stamped and put it in my punch this way so that I can see and make sure my paper is centered, and also so that I'm not punching where I stamped, right? And that's the last time we use that punch for today. And okay, all right, now let's stamp more on our truck. So let's pull out our blueberry bushel. Come on, there we go. Okay, and let's do detail layer. I love this blue truck. It reminds me of just like the old Chevy or Ford farm trucks from like, all right, I could be way off here, but from like the 40s or the 50s. Like from all the movies, you know, from like the love story movies with the farmer and his truck and they fall in love, and like The Notebook, right? Like that. That's what it reminds me of. I feel like all the trucks are blue or like a really pretty green. We didn't do a green truck. We could have done a green truck instead of a yellow truck. Oh, and then we need to stamp Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh. Let's see, Farm Fresh. Got some flowers I didn't clean off. Flowers, flowers. Farm Fresh. So that's in blueberry, and we're going to stamp it right on the door of the truck. Right here. Oh my goodness. All right, I know you can't see, but wait for it to focus. It is adorable. I love it. I love this little truck set. It was out of stock for forever, but it's been back for quite a while. So hopefully, if it's something you want, hopefully it's something you've been able to get. Okay, now detail layer. Now again, you could punch all this stuff out. You don't need to use the stamps for everything. So that's what I think is so great about this set. A lot of options. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. So let's work on stamping our scene. So we're gonna stamp like a road, a farm road with some trees in the background and some clouds in the sky, and then of course we need the road. So you can either start from the top and work your way down, or you can start from the bottom and work your way up. So I'm just gonna pick one. Let's start at the top and work our way down. So I'm pretty sure I did my clouds in gray granite. So we're gonna do gray granite, and there's 2 layers to the cloud. So we can do, there's an outside layer and an inside layer. So I'm gonna stamp the inside layer, and it's actually in 2nd generation, which means we're gonna ink up, stamp off. Let me put this here. We're gonna ink up, stamp off, and then stamp onto our cardstock at the top where your clouds go. Now, when we do this, we're gonna have some of these clouds hang off the edge. We're not gonna have them all be contained on the paper because it gives continuity to our card when we don't have everything contained exactly within it, right? It makes it look like our stamp continues, or like our cardstock continues. Okay, so that's 2nd strength. Now we'll do the outside layer of, oh, you know what? Let's stamp the inside of our card too. We have to stamp the inside. So we're going to do the same thing on the inside. So on your 2nd panel. So ink up, stamp off, stamp your cardstock. Ink up, stamp off, stamp your cardstock. Over and over until the clouds are where you like them. Now you don't have to put your clouds in the same spot I am. You can put your clouds wherever makes you happy. I have the benefit of having a sample in front of me, so you know, I can use my sample. But once you make one card, you can use your card as your sample. So, all right, then let's take the outline, and we're going to stamp that in first generation, which means we're going to ink it up and then stamp it on our paper, and we're going to line it up over our cloud. Now, I will say, if it is not perfect, I think that's okay, because they're clouds and they're poofy anyway. If they're not perfect, it adds to the, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but it gives the card character. Okay, so sorry, when my head gets in the way, it tries to focus on my head, obviously. But I'm gonna lean over and stamp all these again. I kind of like them not lined up perfectly. On my sample, I lined them up perfectly on every one, and I'm liking the difference. Okay, there's our clouds. So we have two panels that are almost identical for where our clouds go. Okay. That's all we need for gray granite. So now let's stamp our trees. So our trees, the inside is in Old Olive. So here's the inside. And the outside is in Mossy Meadow. And also in Mossy Meadow is the grass, which is here. So I think what I will do is I'm going to stamp with Mossy Meadow the outline first, because this little piece doesn't have like the tree trunk, and I'm not going to know exactly where it ends. So in order to make it look more correct, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow first. So don't forget, we still have to add a road. So we're going to ink this tree up with Mossy Meadow. My Mossy Meadow, I think, is pretty dry. It is really dry. I don't want to ink up during class, but my Mossy Meadow is dry. So we need one here. Yeah, look how dry my Mossy Meadow is. Super dry. That's all right. It'll kind of get hidden by the inside of the trees. So ink up your ink pads if they're dry. And we'll do the same thing in the inside of the card on our second panel. So this card is definitely heavy stamp intensive card. All right, that's our Mossy Meadow. Oh, and we need Mossy Meadow for the grass, I forgot. So let's pull up our grass and ink that up right along the bottom of each little tree. Okay, so get our little grass in. Okay, and then on this one too, grass. Grass. You could, if you wanted to make it a little more Christmassy, you could maybe do shaded spruce on here. Okay, and then now I'm on to old olive. So now we'll do the inside of our tree in old olive. And my old olive is juicy. All right, so we're gonna line it up and stamp. And again, if it's not perfect, it adds to the fantasy of the card. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of what word I am looking for. Line up. And I think I'm going to do second generation orange pumpkin. And so that's how I stamp them. Okay. And then we'll just fussy cut them out and glue them behind our truck like we did the tree. Okay. There. Now that's it for stamping. And truck punch. All right. So let's fussy cut these guys. So again, I'm going to leave a little bit on the bottom here. I'm going to leave a little bit on the bottom so I can glue it to my tree. To my tree. Why do I keep saying tree? To my truck. And then I'm going to fussy cut these. There we go. And then let's use some liquid glue. You could use some tear and tape too. And put those right in the truck bed like they're going to the farmer's market. Super cute. And then we need some dimensionals here. So our truck will be popped up. And when I put my dimensionals, I'm just going over, I'm making sure to go over where I glued those two pieces together just to make them easier, like double the glue, right? Okay, so now you have two of these. Pick which one you want to be outside and which one you want to be inside because they're going to be identical at this point. And add your truck to one of them on the right side. He's going to drive along the road here. So just put his wheels on the road like he's, and give him a press. And now we're going to add our ribbon behind our sentiment. So we need to make a tear and tape sandwich. So let me find my tear and tape. Here it is. Okay. So you can put your ribbon however you'd like behind your little sentiment banner here. I'll show you how I'm going to do it, and then you can pick how you want to do it. So again, you'll get your ribbon already cut in your card kit. I didn't cut it for myself, so I just have my ribbon roll here. So here's the ribbon roll, right? The gingham ribbon, black and white. You could use vanilla also. This one's a little thinner than the vanilla one. And I'm going to make, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll go like this. So I'm pushing it into the tear and tape in the back. Then I'm going to make a little loop maybe. And a loop. And then maybe a slightly smaller loop. And then a little loop up there, and then come out with a tail. Okay, something like that. So again, do whatever. Use your ribbon scissors. but do whatever you'd like for here. And then when you're happy with how it looks from behind, you put your tear and tape to make your sandwich. Okay, so here's what mine looks like. I've got a tail, a loop, and a tail. And then this side, a tail, a loop, and a loop. And then the tail on the other side. All right. And then this is also on foam here. Now your tear and tape backer is super slippery and the foam tape will not stick to it. So if you want to put foam tape on it, you definitely got to pick off that backer. Okay, and that's going to go on the front of our card at the top left here. And then we're going to add our pearls. I love these pearls. They're kind of my go-to. I use them a lot. They're just my favorite, like, my favorite embellishment. So I hope they don't get rid of the pearls anytime soon. Okay, then we need to glue everything in. So this gets glued on the inside and this gets glued on the blue. So I'm going to add glue to the back of the blue and then add my front piece. And it's a real small margin, so the blueberry just pops out a little bit. Okay. And then our card goes this way with the fold at the left. Make sure you get your seam right side up. Okay, and then we need glue on here. Okay. And there you have it, card number 3. This one's my favorite. I absolutely love this one. I love the scene and that your scene continues. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I might have to put this one on display. I have like a whole ledge with a bunch of cards on display, and I might have to put this one out because I love it so much. Okay, so tell me which one is your favorite. I want to know which one you like the most of the ones we did today. So tell me which one you like the most. Yeah, they're so cute. Let me put this stamp away. So yeah, that's what we have for today. Again, you'll have 9 cards in your kit. So, and then you have some extra paper left over. So lots of options, lots of ideas, lots of extras that you can play with and make your own. Oh, I was going to flip the camera and I'll show you Milo here. Let me get him up here. All right. You look and think which one's your favorite. I'll go get Milo with a snack. So, all right, Milo, they want to see you. They want to see you, cute bear. You want a snack? Do you want a snack? Yeah. All right. I'll flip the camera. Okay. All right. All right, Milo, they want to see you. Come on, good boy. Oh, sleepy bear, you got floppy ear. Come on, you want a snack? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Hi. Your ear is flapped over. Should I flip your ear the correct way? There. All right, come on up. Come on. Say hi. Oh, good boy saying hi. Good boy saying hi. All right, come on. Come on. One more. Up, up. Oh, good boy. What a good boy you are. Yes. What a good boy. All right. Well, you got to see Milo. He got some snacks. He always likes to come see you. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we have for class tonight. Thanks for spending some time with me. I hope you enjoyed class. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. I'm always available, and I can help you if you have questions with Stampin' Up, or questions with crafting in general, or questions on card kits and how they work, or questions on the class calendar. I know it can be a lot. So basically, I go live every Tuesday for class, and I have card kits available. So if you're interested, I would love it if you wanted to participate with me and craft along with me, or watch the replay. You can always watch the replay if you can't craft live. I know it's late for some people, but I have to wait for my kids to go to bed. So, oh, April says the last one is her favorite. I know, mine too. I love that one. I just love it. Yeah, it's my favorite card I've made in a really long time. So I'm glad you like it too. So, okay, well, I will be live this weekend. I know it's Thanksgiving here, so happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great time with your family, and I should be live on Saturday, I think around noon. Normally I strive for noon, but I'm not sure, with it being kind of a holiday weekend and the kids home. I'm not sure, but I always send out an email. So and when I craft on Saturday, it's just a surprise stamp set, so you'll never know what card it's going to be, and you can craft